What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. You guys can see on the screen the 8th inning program has released. I've already claimed my voucher, and we have 3 brand new 99 signature boss players out. Quickly, if you guys could leave a like down below, definitely means a ton and helps me out. Subscribe if you guys are new as well. MLB 19 content running around the clock. Do not want to miss a single second of it. Quickly, also, let me know down below in the comment section, who do you guys think is the best boss out of the 8th inning program? Is it Johnny Bench? Is it Ernie Banks? Or is it Teddy Ballgame? Let me know down there. In this video, I'm going to go over all the entire 8th inning program, tell you my thoughts, who out of these players should you guys be picking, and who else along the way should you guys do your choice on. There is a not so great option at 100. I'm not really going to go over this. There's 30 different players. You know, if you're new to the game, if you just got PlayStation Plus, I recommend picking up Chipper Jones. He's a good player, for example. I don't think you want to pick a starting pitcher if you're new to the game. Obviously, most people aren't going to be using these if you're an MLB The Show vet like myself. Remember, if you do not want any of these cards, they can be sold on the market or they can be quick sold. They're already pretty much going for quick sale value, which is about 5,000. So if you have no other use for them, just go ahead and recycle them like that. But let's get on to the meat and potatoes, the actual thing. Let's go on to the Henchmen first, and we have 3 cards. One of them not a signature card. I'm not too happy about their decision doing this. It's Danny Murphy. He is apparently a fan favorite. I'm not really too sure towards who. 69 fielding, 60 arm strength, 73 reaction, 94-82 contact, 91-77 power, 103 vision at second base with 44 speed. I'm just not too enthusiastic about this card for the reason that the other 2 cards are 95 overalls, and I don't even think those are that astronomically biblical either. And this card, a 90 overall, I think there's a different place that you could have put it. This could have been a card that you put at 100 stars and added 2 other postseason diamonds around the same overall. That's just my opinion, though. Let me know what you guys think about that. I'm not a huge fan about this card. He has good vision over 100. Power is pretty good as well. Fielding is going to be bronze at second base, can play first and third, but do it with what you may. Edwin Encarnacion, now we're going to get into a little bit better. Now I'm in a better mood. He has 91 and 90 contact, 104, 103 power, 90 vision, 103 discipline, 95 batting clutch, 50 fielding. Once again, what you really expect, but I do mention this always with first basemen in particular. You really have to play with them and see how they play. Frank Thomas has god-awful fielding. Looking at his statistics, at his attributes, but he actually plays pretty well on the game in and of itself. And then he also has 51 speed, which is pretty good for a first baseman, let alone Edwin Encarnacion. This is a good card, I do think. I haven't really used his cards in the past, so I can't vouch for a swing, whether or not it is juicy or not. But if nothing else, I think this could be a nice bench back to have. He can play third base. Don't do it, though. That is obviously just a ploy. That's just something on there. Don't actually pay any mind to that. But I do like this card. Power over 100, 90 contact plus, 90 vision, 50 plus speed at first. If he could play defense, if you try him out, let me know how he does. I think that could be a pretty nice card right there. And then finally, Cliff Floyd, 95 overall, 99, 95 contact, 90, 86 power, 96 vision, 97 batting clutch, 69 fielding, 75 arm strength, 67 reaction, 77 speed, and 75 stealing. He can play first and the other corner in right field, and he's going to be playing both or all of those positions at a bronze defense at 69 or 64. Offensively, this card is really good. I've used Cliff Floyd cards in the past. I used his card that was in the level 100 pack towards the beginning of the game and actually did quite well with him. So I think he does have a good swing, a nice lefty bat, and he does have some speed, about 80 with 75 stealing. Not great defense, but that's left field. You can kind of get away with having not so great defense over there. In my opinion, I think Cliff Floyd is the best out of these right here, for the simple fact that I know he's really good. I know he has a good swing, and those offensive attributes are just going to enhance the performance of what I had with this card in the past, so I do like that. But also, if you aren't in need of an outfielder, I think this Encarnacion could be good as well. Truth be told, I'll have to use this for myself or hear from you guys how he does in the field, because that's going to make or break this card. If he can play well at first, or hell, maybe even at at third. If you're really adventurous, let me know on that. But I'm going to pick Cliff Lloyd, and Edwin Encarnacion is a close second. Let's get into the juicy stuff, the really drip drop in here, the 8th inning program bosses, starting with Mr. 99 overall Teddy Ballgame. Interesting, we don't even have a pitcher within the entire program, the Henchmen or the bosses. Kind of interesting there. What'd you expect? 125, 123 contact, 123, 100 power, maxed out vision 125, maxed out discipline, maxed out batting clutch, fielding at 70. What'd you expect? 71 arm swing, 67 reaction, 56 speed. Like I was mentioning with Cliff Floyd earlier, left field is where you can kind of hide an outfielder because they don't have to make as far of throws from left to third or left to home, not as far. So the arm strength isn't that much of a big deal. And also, if you think about a park like Fenway, 56 speed, it's not a big left field, so you don't have to cover that much ground. So I think Ted Williams is going to be passable enough. Defensively, he's not going to be good by any means, but he's not going to significantly hurt you, at least from what I'm making out of this card. Offensively, he is a really good swing. As a lefty bat, I always mention I do prefer lefty swings opposed to righties, at least in Diamond Dynasty for some reason. Maxed out vision is going to be a really big PCI, matched with those 125, 123, near maxed out contact. Really good power. Ted Williams is phenomenal once again, as we all pretty much thought he was going to be. Next up, we have signature Ernie Banks at shortstop. 101, 104 contact, 104, 107 power, 118 vision. Was not expecting that, but definitely a nice surprise. 86 fielding, 85 arm, 83 reaction. Can play first as well, is going to stay at gold defense. I think he's better at short, though, in my opinion. 55 speed, that's the only thing that truly worries about me with this card. That's not that fast. I would like to see a little bit faster, but, the main reason, if it's ball into the shallow outfield, if it's a little blooper between shortstop and kind of that left fielder, sometimes I don't know if he's going to get there, but he does have gold defense at 86 fielding, so hopefully that's not going to be a huge deal. Offensively, once again, this card is great. He's probably the best offensive shortstop hitter in the game. I haven't used the signature Jose Reyes, but I do want to try him out very soon. But the power on this card, near 120 vision, 100 plus contact per side, you really can't beat it. When I did use the 93, I wasn't a huge fan. I did not like his swing for some reason. I'm gonna try out this card, obviously, and let you know what I think about it, but based on those attributes alone, I think some of the problems I had with this 93 are gonna be fixed here. Then finally, we also have 99 Johnny Bench, the probably last great catch that we're gonna see in the game now that Carlton Fisk and Yogi Berra, they did lose their likeness rights to. This card, whoo, man, I was not expecting a catcher, but I like to see this. 97, 101 contact, 98, 106 power, 109 vision for Bench is pretty crazy. 95 fielding, 95 arm, 92 blocking. Sure, we'll go with that. 44 speed. This is probably the best catcher, if not, probably 1B to Mike Piazza, depend on really what your fancy is. If you want more defense, you're going to go Bench. If you want more offense, you're going to go for Mike Piazza. Or Ivan Rodriguez is there as well. I always forget about him because he was released day one. But Johnny Bench looks really good. Power pretty much, 100 plus per side. Vision is the big important thing. I would have to go ahead and check what his 95 overall card entails as far as his vision goes. That is 82, so a big improvement, really big upgrade. And also, if you guys didn't like this card, it might be because of that vision or the contact, which also was not that high. Two big problems have now been solved in my opinion. With that, Johnny Bench looks so good. I'm really tempted. I mentioned this in the review video. I think all three of these are so good. I think this is a big leg up from the 7th inning bosses, in my opinion. They weren't bad. They just weren't as great as this 8th inning program, in my opinion, which, by the way, does run a full month, unlike the last one. So keep that in mind. You guys are going to have plenty of time. No need to, rush balls deep into this. You're going to have plenty of time to do it. Now it's the hard part. Which am I going to say is the best out of these three? The worst, in my opinion, Ed, I really don't like picking a worst. Oh man, there's not a worst. It's going to be 1A, 1B, and 1C because all three of these are so close in my opinion, especially because I'm not going to say Ted Williams is the best. I think defense is too damn important. I said it's passable enough, but that doesn't mean it's plus. It's maybe moot or neutral, or it's, negative. It's not going to be positive. It's going to hurt. If you think of all those fly balls that you are hitting, that people hit to like left field or in the outfield in general, and people try to tag in from third when everybody has fast guys now, it's going to be tough. Ted Williams might not be able to throw them out. He's not that fast. It's going to be a little bit harder to cover ground, especially if you know how balls are getting hit harder in Hall of Fame and Legend difficulty. Now that home runs per nine no longer is a actual stat that matters in the game, balls are hit harder. It's not going to be that easy to catch up with Ted Williams. He's not bad. He's awesome. He's great, but he's not my choice out of here. It's between these two, and in my opinion, the best is Johnny Bench. I think he's just so well-rounded. Once again, the blocking at 92 is a little bit of, not true, because blocking in this game is not good in general. You'll have balls go right through you. I did a test with Yadier Molina. He only blocked like 60% of balls, and a lot of those were right in front of him, which you just don't see in baseball. If I throw a breaking ball right at your chest, you're going to block it if you're a Major League Baseball catcher, let alone somebody who's won so many Gold Gloves. But this card, 100 plus contact per side, 110 vision. I just don't think it gets any better. I didn't even mention the fact that he can play third base at 90 defense with 95 arm strength. This card is just so good all the way around. There's no negatives to him. The only thing you could maybe nitpick at is his 44 speed, but that's not that bad. That's quite average in my opinion. Ernie Banks is great too. The only reason I chose Johnny Bench over him is because he does not have diamond fielding. He only has 86. The speed is a little bit low. And in my personal experience from using his 93 or whatever diamond flashback he has on the game, I didn't love his swings. So I'm good. I might even put, I'm going to put Ted Williams at 1B. So 1A, 1B, and 1C. There's no losers in this race. There's only winners. Johnny Bench is my favorite. Then Ted Williams is behind him at B. And then Ernie Banks at C. I do know Ted Williams is the most popular. So I do want to get gameplay out with him first. Unless you guys would rather me change that up. But right now the plan is to go with Ted Williams gameplay first. I'm really excited. I think this is a phenomenal program. That's what you should have. It should be a tough decision. It shouldn't just be like snap of the fingers, I know who I'm going to pick. You should have to think about it a little bit. What are your personal needs? And of course, that's always going to play into effect. If you already have 99 Mike Piazza, you don't really need Johnny Bench. You might want Ted Williams and you might need a shortstop, so you pick Ernie Banks. There's tons of things to think about. I already have Piazza. I still want Johnny Bench just because I'm going to get these cards regardless in the voucher. I just think Johnny Bench looks the best out of all three. So let me know down below in the comment section, what do you guys think? Did I make a dumb decision in saying Johnny Bench is the best? Who do you guys think are you going to pick once you do get to 300 stars in the 8th inning program? I'm going to be up all night grinding this once again. I should have a tips video on how I was able to accumulate my stars, conquest tips, get to 300 fast, and then gameplay with Teddy Ball Game up later tomorrow night. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like down below. You guys are great today. There comes out.